open. Creativity and strategy make it all happen. You ain't gotta sell, just market with flair. Put your plan on the map and leave them in despair. Smooth as jazz notes, the deals get closed. Ideas flowing like rivers, watch them explode. Through each campaign we paint with precision. No need for selling, just spark the vision. Creativity reigns, we master the plan. From concept to launch, we make the stand. Strategies tight, rhythm in check. Welcome to the post where we break the neck.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to the Postal Market, where we believe that you don't have to know how to sell, but you do have to know how to market. While selling is an art, marketing is the heartbeat of every successful venture. I'm your host, Coach LJ, and today on Marketing Monday, we're tackling a question that many entrepreneurs grapple with. How can you stand out in a crowded market? Or more intriguingly, is the market generally crowded or is it our mindset that's keeping us stuck? Let's dive in and explore how shifting our perspective can open up new avenues for success. Also, during our time together, let's discuss something that holds many entrepreneurs back: how to identify if the market is truly crowded. This belief that the market is just too crowded. It's like looking at a street filled with lemonade stands and thinking, there's no way I can succeed here. There's just no space for me. Think about that statement. There's no way I can succeed here. There's just no space for me. Are there anyone who feel that way, who started a business, you got an idea, you want to get started, but you just feel like there's no space for me? If that's you, drop it in the comments. Share your ideas and your thoughts, and let's work it out together. Let me tell you something. There's always room for innovation. The key is identifying whether the market is genuinely crowded or seems crowded because everyone is doing the same thing. Let me ask you, have you ever seen a busy street with multiple coffee shops, yet another one opens up and it thrives? Starbucks didn't invent coffee or cafes, but it did bring a unique experience to the coffee drinking culture. They offer a connection, a third place between home and work, and they build a community around their brand. So, how do we approach this as entrepreneurs? How do we determine if we have room in the crowded market? For starters, conduct thorough market research. You got to get curious. Start asking, who is currently serving my audience? What are they doing well? Where are they falling short? You're not looking to replicate, you're looking for gaps. Last week, we talked about how some creators don't listen to or read other creators' content or books. What a shame. You could be mixing out on valuable feedback to serve your customers better. Maybe the current businesses ignore a specific niche or do not effectively address a common pain point. For example, imagine you want to open a bakery, but the market feels saturated. What if you realize that no bakeries offer gluten-free options or late night dessert deliveries? Boom, there's your gap. Another one, identify your unique value proposition, your UVP. Ask yourself, what can I offer that others can't? Is it a product, a story, delivery, or branding? Sometimes your UVP isn't about reinventing the wheel. It's about presenting the wheel in a way that resonates with your audience. One of the things that are essential to your business, to your marketing, you have to test your assumptions. Before you invest all your resources, test the waters, start small. You can just launch a pilot version of your product or service and gather feedback. Social media is an excellent space for this. Polls, surveys, or even a beta launch can provide powerful insight. Remember, a crowded market doesn't mean there's no room. It just means you just find your lane. Here's your action step for today. Spend 30 minutes researching your market. Write down three things existing businesses are doing well. Write down three areas where they're falling short. Those gaps. That's where you step in. Don't let the noise discourage you. Learn to dance to your own beat in the market. All right, family. Let's discuss something powerful. Shifting our mindset from a scarcity to abundance. Let me tell you that how you see opportunities determines how you see them. Here's the thing, a scarcity mindset makes us believe that resources, opportunities, and success are limited. It's like walking into a room, seeing only one slice of cake left, and thinking, well, I guess I'm out of luck. But someone with an abundant mindset looks at that same slice of cake and says, hold up, I can bake another cake, or maybe even open a bakery. Let me share one of my favorite examples. Two shoe salesmen were sent to a remote village. The first one called back to his boss and said, no one here wears shoes. There's no market for us. But the second one called back excited and said, no one here wears shoes. Huge opportunity. And let me tell you, we can introduce an entirely new product to this market. Same situation, same environment, but two entirely different mindsets. So what that tell you? Let's talk about Airbnb. The founders were laughed out of their rooms. People say, who in their right mind will let strangers sleep in their house? However, the Airbnb team didn't focus on the limitations. They focused on their vision. They focused on their mindset. They focused on possibilities. They saw a gap in the hospitality market and created a $1 billion solution. So how do we shift our mindset from scarcity to abundance? For starters, change your perspective. When you see a challenge, pause and ask yourself, what's the opportunity here? Instead of focusing on why something won't work, ask, what if it does? Another one, surround yourself with abundant thinkers. You know what they say, your net worth is your net worth. It will rub off if everyone around you is focused on lack and limitation and vice versa. So find people who dream more significant, see possibilities, and push you to think differently. Also, focus on collaboration, not competition. Scarcity makes us poor ideas, resources, and opportunities. But abundance says there's enough for all of us to win. Collaboration can often open doors you didn't even know existed. So here's my challenge for you today. Identify one area in your business, your life, your career, where you've been operating with a scarcity mindset. Write it down, make it plain, and then reframe it. Ask yourself, how can I see this as an opportunity rather than a limitation? When you embrace an abundant mindset, you don't just see doors opening, you start building doors where walls used to be. So let's keep it moving. Let's dive into something every entrepreneur needs to master, how to differentiate your brand and a sea of similarities. Because let's be honest, in a world where everyone seems to be selling the same thing, how do you stand out? Here's the truth: standing out isn't about being louder, it's about being clearer, it's about knowing exactly what makes you different and precisely communicating that. Think about the smartphone industry. There are dozens of phone brands, but Apple says we're not just selling you a phone, we're selling you an experience. Their differentiator focuses on sleek design, intuitive interfaces, and a loyal ecosystem of devices that work seamlessly together. Now, let's look at TikTok. When it entered the market, platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube dominated social media. But TikTok said, we are not trying to be everything to everyone. We're focusing on short, fun, user generated videos. That laser focused strategy attracted millions of users and gave them a unique position in the crowded social media space. So, how can you stand out? One, you have to identify your unique selling proposition, your USP. Ask yourself, what do I offer that others don't? Is it better customer service, a unique product feature, a distinct brand personality? Two, lean into your story. Your story is your secret weapon. Three, own your niche. You don't have to be everything to everyone. Be something to someone. Focus on serving your ideal customer exceptionally well. Here's what I want you to do: write down three things that make your brand different. This includes what you do, how you do it, and why it matters to your audience. Differentiation isn't about being better than everyone else. It's about being authentically you. That's how you stand out in a crowded marketplace. So let's keep it moving. All right, let's talk about something every entrepreneur, marketer, or professional faces: market challenges. How can you leverage your mindset to overcome market challenges? Because challenges aren't if they happen, it's when. And your mindset is the make or break factor in how you handle them. Negative thinking is sneaky. It can whisper doubt, amplify fears, and convince you that failure is the end of the road. But here's the thing: every setback carries a lesson. You probably heard of Thomas Edison, perseverance, but let's shift gears and talk about Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Before Spanx became a $1 billion brand, Sarah faced rejection after rejection. She pitched her innovative shapewear idea to multiple manufacturers, and most of them dismissed her outright. They didn't believe in her product and didn't believe a woman with no formal business training could disrupt an industry dominated by established brands. Did that stop her? Instead of backing down, Sarah doubled down. She stayed persistent, trusted her vision, and kept knocking on doors until one manufacturer gave her a chance. And get this, she didn't rely on others to see her vision. She took matters into her own hands. She became her own spokesperson, did grassroots marketing, and demote the product to department store buyers. Fast forward, Spanx is now a global brand worth over $1 billion, and Sarah Blakely became the youngest female billionaire. Here's the lesson: setbacks aren't dead ends, they detours pointing you into a better direction. Start viewing challenges as opportunities to learn, adapt, and innovate. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? After you watch or listen to this episode, take some time to write down a recent challenge you faced in your business. Instead of focusing on the frustration, list three lessons you learned from that experience. Now, let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep it rolling. And let's talk about something that every successful brand understands: customer feedback. How can we use customer feedback to refine our offering? Without feedback, you flying blind. You guessing, assuming, and hoping your product or service is hitting the mark. And hope isn't a strategy, right? Can you agree with that? Feedback isn't just about listening to your customers. It's about listening to and acting on their feedback. Did you know Slack started as an internal communication tool for a failed video game company? The original product, the game, didn't work out, but the team noticed that their internal chat tool was highly effective. Instead of scrapping everything, they listened to their team, essentially their first customers, and refined the chat tool into what we now know as Slack. This billion-dollar software company revolutionized team communication. What's the takeaway here? Feedback doesn't always tell you to tweak one small thing. It can reveal a new direction. Too many businesses ask for feedback, but then cricket. They don't act on it, or they only listen when feedback is positive. But constructive criticism, that's gold if you know how to use it. Here's the thing: you can't just wait for feedback to roll in. You got to ask for it actively. Use surveys, post purchase emails, or social media polls. And don't take it personally when feedback comes in, positive or negative. Take it seriously. Start small. Create a customer survey with 3 questions. What do you love most about our product or service? What's one thing we could improve? And would you recommend us to a friend? Why or why not? Send it to your audience and look for patterns in the responses. Are multiple people mentioning the same issue or feature? That's your cue to act. At the end of the day, your customers are the lifeblood of your business. Their feedback isn't just words on a screen, it's a roadmap to refinement, growth, and long term success. So, let me ask you, when was the last time you intentionally asked your customers for feedback? And more importantly, what did you do with it? Let's keep building smarter, stronger businesses, one insight at a time. Let me inform you that while markets may appear crowded, our mindset often create barriers. By shifting our perspective, embracing uniqueness, and staying in tune to customer needs, we can find ample opportunities for growth and success. Remember, it's not just about the market, it's about how we see and navigate it. Thank you for joining me on the Postal Marketing. And if you find today's discussion valuable, please subscribe, follow, like, rate, and comment. Let me hear your feedback. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want to know. This is how I'm able to grow, and this is how I'm able to continue to deliver the right message that you would like to know and learn from this podcast. And I remember I read all your comments, and your insights might be recommended in a future episode. Don't forget to share this podcast with others who might benefit from our exploration. Until next time, keep your marketing post strong. As we always say, you don't have to know how to sell, but you do have to know how to market. And I will see you next week on Marketing Monday. And you know how we always sound off. Deuces. Peace.
How to start a podcast in 2025 that doesn't just fade away, but becomes a sustainable and scalable business. Are you excited about starting a podcast this year, but feel completely overwhelmed by where to begin? Maybe you've asked yourself, what mic do I use? How do I structure my episodes? And how can I turn this into something sustainable that actually generates income? I've been there. The excitement, the passion, but also the frustration. of not knowing how to set up the proper foundation. That's precisely why I created the 6-month mentorship boot camp. Turn your idea into a sustainable and scalable business from scratch. This isn't just about starting a podcast, it's about building a business ecosystem around it, where every episode adds value, every strategy serves a purpose, and every step moves you toward long term growth. Before joining this boot camp, you might feel confused and overwhelmed. Afterward, you'll feel confident and equipped. Here's how it works. 1. Join the boot camp. Get step by step guidance from idea to execution. Implement proven strategies. Build structure. Monetize smartly and position your podcast for growth. 3. Launch and grow. Watch your podcast transform into a thriving business that serves your audience and generates revenue. So let me ask you, are you ready to stop guessing and start building? Click the link in the description to join the 6-month mentorship bootcamp today. Imagine where your podcast could be a year from now, reaching the right audience, building impact, and growing into a thriving business. But every success story begins with a single step. Take that step today, and let's turn your vision into reality. That's what success looks like. Click the link in the description to join the bootcamp now. Your podcast deserves more than a start. It deserves a foundation for growth. I'll see you inside the boot camp. Peace.